Hello everybody, welcome to diegokohl Music. Today I'm going to be posting some instructional videos on how to warm up on the guitar. By this, we're going to be focusing on some technical exercises, starting with chromatic exercises. By definition, a chromatic exercise means moving up in half steps. We have 12 notes in our Western system, and by playing a chromatic exercise, we play all 12 of those notes. Here's a series. I'm going to be using a pick and a steel guitar. I'll also show you an example of how to do it with a nylon string guitar. So first chromatic exercise, my first note is going to start off with an open E. In case you're unsure of the notes on the guitar, they are E, A, D, G, B, and E. Now there's quite an awful rhyme to remember that. Ed, ate, dynamite, goodbye, Ed. I'm sure you'll remember it after memorizing that rhyme. So here we go with the chromatic exercise. I'm going to start with the E note, and then I'm going to play 4 fingers, and the next open string starts like this. E, open A, open D, open G, open B, and open E. Now that's a great way to start. If I leave out the open string, I can prove to have a very good warm-up where I just go fingers 1, 2, 3, 4 successively, ascending and descending. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Here I'm going to cut out the open note. Now I'm just going to skip to the next string and go 1, 2, 3, 4. You can do this for a couple of minutes and you'll find that your fingers will be nicely warmed up. Try to avoid buzzy notes. Here I'm getting very close to the edge of the fret, and I'm getting what we call a nice legato sound. Now I can go a little bit faster. Now to exercise my right hand picking technique, I can do 4 notes on each 4 picks on each string, on each note, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I'm going to go to the next note. There I'm going to avoid the open strings. Notice the nice legato sound. Etc. Now, if you want to further your warm-up, I've got on the 1st fret. Now I can move to the 2nd fret and do the same idea. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. My pick direction is always going to be alternate picking, which means down, up, down, up. Once I've done the 2nd fret, then I can move to the 3rd fret. The more exercises you do on the guitar, the better you will be able to play. Now I'm going to go to the 4th fret a little bit faster. And come back. 1, 2, 3, 4. And a little bit faster now as I'm getting more comfortable. I want to keep a consistent speed. I'm going to go all the way to the 7th fret. Here's the 7th fret. And I'll stop right there. Now the next chromatic exercise that I like to do is called, I call it the snake exercise. Now this one I'm going to go, it's rather neat. I'm going to go up 4 and then I'm going to skip to the next string and I'm going to go to the 2nd fret, then 3rd fret, 4th fret, 5th fret, 6th fret. On the E string, I'm going to go one more to the 7th fret. Then I'm going to go back the other way. So I'm going to zag this way as though the snake is changed course. I should end up on the 12th fret and then 15th fret. This way now I'm going to come back in the same way. I'm going to do one more on the E string, and then now I'm going to move back towards where I started. I should land on the very 1st fret. Now a little bit faster would be like this. The other way to the 12th fret. Now I'm going to come back. And over. And finally, now my fingers are starting to feel very warmed up. So this is feeling really great. Now I always recommend this to all my students to start off by doing this. Don't just start by playing your favorite songs, but do a decent warm-up on your fingers and work on the sound production. The next scale that I like to focus on is the pentatonic. This one's the easiest of them all. We're going to do the E pentatonic, which features all the open strings. Once again, E, A, D, G, B, and E. Okay? Now I'm going to go open, and then I'm going to go 3rd fret. This is a 5-note scale. Penta meaning 5. I'm going to open 3, open 2, open 2, open 2, open 3, open 3, and then I'm going to come back. 2, open, 2, open, 2, open, 3, open. Now with a little bit more speed. Now one of the things I like to do is I like to move 2 up 3 steps, okay? So I did E pentatonic, now I'm going to move to G pentatonic, okay? As opposed to F to start with, because F can be a little tight around your wrist area. So we're going to move to the 3rd fret. This is G. Now for this pentatonic shape, if you follow this exact same pattern, you'll be able to play in any key starting on the low E string. So this looks like this. I'm going to go 3 and then stretch over to the 6th fret. 3, 5, 3, 5, 3, 5. These two are going to be 3, 6, 3, 6. Now I'm going to come back. 5, 3, 5, 3, 6, 3. Here it is again. Once I'm comfortable with that, I'm going to move up a half step and do the same thing. And up in half steps. And up a step. Seventh fret. Notice I'm doing alternate picking, down, up, down, up. 8th fret. 9th fret. 10th fret. 11th fret. And 12th fret. Most guitars are going to have a series of dots so that you can identify the fret. Students a lot of times have an issue with finding where the frets are. Some guitars only have a 7th fret, okay, but that can be helpful in identifying your frets, the 7th fret. This one, of course, has the 5th fret, 3rd fret, here's 7, there's the 9th fret, and then the 12th fret has 2 dots. So it's a great way to get used to your guitar. Now, those are all examples using a steel guitar, which is really the same idea as an electric guitar, except of course this has the soundboard. An electric guitar, you need an amplifier. If I'm to do some of that same work on a nylon string guitar, okay, one of the things I recommend, we're not going to use a pick for the nylon string. I recommend using both methods, finger technique, and then also pick, as I demonstrated on the steel guitar. What I'm going to do to do a quick finger exercise on the nylon string guitar is I'm going to place my thumb here on the wood. The Spanish term for that is apoyando, which means to lean. Now I'm going to start with my open E string, the high string. This is finger string number 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. As I mentioned, the strings are E, A, D, G, B, and E. And if you buy a pack of strings, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to start with my first string, which is the E string. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do an exercise which is going to work out my right hand technique and then also my left hand technique. I'm going to play 4 notes on each one. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And the next string, I'm not going to use any open strings on this one, just starting on the 1st fret to the 4th fret. Now on the low strings, I'm also going to use index and middle in the right hand. If you were a bass guitar player, this is of course a good technique to have. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I'm going to try going one pick on each note, okay? And I'm going to incorporate my thumb. So I'm going to start on this same one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now here I'm going to go switch the thumb for the low string. Go this way. Index, middle, index, middle, index, middle. And I can go. I'm going to switch to the thumb there. And I can move up to the 2nd fret. Just as I demonstrated on the steel guitar with the pick. Thumb and 3rd fret. Notice the nice clear sound. And we'll stop right there. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I look forward to seeing you again. Please give us a like and a subscription to this channel, as I will be posting many different videos. This is just the beginning, getting going on some technique. We'll be doing different songs, much more technique, jazz chords, and I've also got some piano, bass, and guitarron features coming up. So stay tuned. Hope you enjoy it.